Hey hey, welcome to Half the Battle. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're taking a look at a piece of Dutch marketing G.I. Joe history.
Namely, this strange G.I. Joe catalog comic book hybrid thing that came out in 1988. You could find it for free in toy stores, or it was mailed to you if you were part of the G.I. Joe Club, Hasbro's mail-away service to sell you stuff disguised as a fan club.
Since it's all in Dutch, which statistically most of you don't speak, I'll be translating this as we go along.
And I'll be pointing out various interesting and/or weird things. The cover, if you can call it that, shows the whale toy and several figures in a diorama where it's making a landing. Okay, some of the photos you see in this booklet seem to be made specifically for this thing, but most of them are copied and slightly altered from other Dutch G.I. Joe catalogs.
The whale picture is from another brochure, for example.
Below the photo are images taken from the G.I. Joe comic, the Special Mission series to be specific. Well, okay, if I'm being pedantic, they're taken from the Dutch G.I. Joe comic that reprinted stories from the regular comic, Special Missions, and European Missions. They altered the text in the word balloons for this book. These three images are originally from Special Missions issue 7.
So, why do this?
Well, apart from trying to sell toys, the point was to try and create an original, cohesive story using comic panels and toys.
As you'll see, it didn't work, at all, but kudos for trying, I guess.
Anyway, I'll translate the cover. Read all about G.I. Joe and Cobra. Alert! Everyone get ready! Attack! Okay, the whale picture does show up later, but these panels don't, so even here, comic book covers lie. The first page starts with a photo of Serpentor. This is from another catalog with the image that's flipped horizontally. The blurb says he's patrolling the coastline and mountain range of Cobra Island.
Pretty hands-on approach for the Cobra Emperor.
Next to that is a comic panel with him saying the Command Twins have arrived on the Snake Mountain. Man, Skeletor is gonna sue somebody. He's referring to the Crimson Twins called Tom and Mott in Dutch. I think this is an original photo, but I'm not sure. They're saying everybody is on edge, even the Rattler is patrolling. And sure enough, the next page shows the Rattler toy and one comic panel. Story-wise, the Rattler has spotted some Joes on the island.
Okay, there are a few things wrong here.
First, though they call this guy Wild Weasel, well, Fokker in Dutch, yeah, that was his localized name because Fokker was a famous Dutch aircraft designer. That comic panel does not show Wild Weasel. It's from Special Missions, and it is in fact a Strato Viper. I guess they thought the red helmet was close enough. Second, the actual toy also does not show Wild Weasel, but has a Crimson Guard as the pilot for some damn reason. Once again, I guess they figured a red helmet was enough. This is another flip photo from another catalog, by the way. The next page shows the Dragonfly toy.
And it's half original.
The top part of the photo is from another catalog, but the part with Flint in the water is original. He's saying, "Watch out, we've been spotted." Below, the text blurb assures us a Fang is attacking the Dragonfly.
Except that's not what's in the comic panel.
This panel comes from Special Missions issue 1 and is a Fang attacking an October Guard helicopter. Close enough, I guess. The next page sees reinforcements arrive. The Snowcat and Polar Battle Bear, called the Skimobile here, also another Fang. These are more catalog photos and a comic panel that has another helicopter pretending to be the Dragonfly.
But wait, there's something weird about this Snowcat photo.
It has Duke in it. Okay, I'm skipping ahead a little, but another photo shows Torch. Now, neither figure was released in Belgium or Holland, so why are they in the catalog photos here?
Well, this is just my theory, but here goes.
Our G.I. Joe toys were about 2 years behind the American releases. Remember, this catalog is from 1988, but the newest toys we see in it are from the 1986 American release. Now, our catalogs had to be made before the actual toys came out here for maximum promotion value. My guess is Hasbro Europe asked Hasbro US to send over a bunch of the actual toys to take photos of before the final toy lineup had been decided. And that's why Duke and Torch ended up in these things. Kinda cruel when you think about it, showing kids toys they'd never be able to buy.
Anyway,
the next page is the whale beaching as was seen on the cover, with Cutter saying there's a helicopter incoming, leading to another Fang being destroyed on the next page. Also on that page is the Havoc. not being driven by Cross Country, who's in the little hover thing, telling Roadblock to provide cover fire. The text blurb says cobras are coming from everywhere. This leads to a double page with battle dioramas interspersed with comic panels.
And none of it makes any sense!
The text below says that intense one-on-one combat is happening. Intense combat, like a snow serpent just standing there with wetsuit ignoring him. Okay, the rest is pretty good. Though the text claims Hawk is forcing Zarana to raise her hands, while the picture implies he just shot her.
But we can't kill people in a toy brochure comic thing now, can we?
Also, Pacifist Lifeline has a Viper at gunpoint. But yeah, the figure did come with a gun, so let's not get into that now.
Especially since the dumbest thing in this whole booklet is next, and it also has Lifeline in it.
Okay, so the diorama picture is of him and the Viper. The comic panel that accompanies this has him using martial arts on frickin' Horror Show from Special Missions issue 4. Horror Show, who famously does not look like a viper. I guess they thought they could get away with it because you don't see his face, but it didn't work, like, at all. The next diorama has Shipwreck tripping Ripper while Airtight just stands there doing nothing. In fact, it seems like he's threatening Shipwreck with his weapon. Dial Tone is taking on Storm Shadow and...
Wait, Dial Tone? Dial Tone.
You know, Snake Eyes was right there. Did they even read the comic they're taking panels from? Mindbender is doing something to Dusty's head, but Sci-Fi is coming to the rescue. Though the text says Beachhead is coming to his aid. Who's all the way over there? There's a comic panel with Dial Tone, but it doesn't add anything. It just says he's transmitting a message. The last figure diorama is also weird. Mainframe and Televiper are useless. Buzzer shows his intelligence by running at Roadblock's machine gun. Iceberg and Flint appear to have been captured, but Lady J comes to save the day by hitting a cobra in the head with her weird javelin gun thing.
Yeah, sure, that's the best use for that.
The text says Flint requests Leatherneck's help, who has taken a unit into the jungle, even though he's right there. On the next page he sees the Thunder Machine, while another photo from an older catalog shows the Ferret and Silver Mirage. The blurb explains the Ferret has broken down, so the Joes just rush past it. The next page has Flint shooting at something, while the rest of the page is dedicated to a diorama featuring the motorized battle packs, and it looks pretty cool. I especially like the Snow Serpent attempting to make Beachhead's position collapse. Right on top of the Snow Serpent, but whatever. The page after that shows another panel from Special Missions 4, but Lifeline says the thing that blew up was the Thunder Machine. The rest of that page is a diorama of the mini playsets with a blurb explaining both the Joes and Cobra have set up support posts. Support posts like the rifle range.
Truly the best support post out there.
Also, having all these mini sets so close together makes zero sense. Also, the blurb mistakenly calls the checkpoint a Cobra installation. The next page has the Cobra stun with text saying they have spotted the Triple T, which we see next, and the stun is firing on them. And now we come to the I can see their parachutes, they're okay part of this booklet. Leatherneck, getting shot in the leg and shoulder, like he was in Special Missions 4, says, "Hey guys, they've made a mistake, they're shooting blanks." Then there wouldn't be firing lines going through him, now would there?
Talk about wanting to have your cake and eat it too.
A panel of somebody getting shot and not getting shot at the same time.
Schrodinger's ammo.
The last page concludes the story by not concluding it. It shows the Devilfish, Trouble Bubble and Hydro Sled, with Shipwreck wanting to take them out, but then doesn't. And the tail ends with one last comic panel watching the end of a helicopter fight, with them wondering if the aircraft will make it home, and one saying Wild Bill will, but Cobra won't.
The end?
The actual last page and the back has Hasbro flogging GIJoe merch you can only get through their mail-away thing, and a VHS copy of the episode Satellite Down, with both again using panels from Special Missions.
The actual end.
And that was... whatever the hell that was. They tried to tell a story and didn't. Characters appear whenever and wherever they want. The interaction between comic panels and catalog photos at best barely works, and at worst makes no goddamn sense, and they're advertising toys that you can't actually buy.
Reading Finnegan's Wake and Klingon would have been more coherent.
Anyway, I just wanted to share this insanity with you all. I hope you enjoyed this look at some of the Dutch marketing for G.I. Joe.
Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?